Bonjour, it's Mike Pangia, and today we're going to do Eggs Benedict with an emphasis on making a foolproof, easy, authentic Hollandaise sauce. Now, many people in their first attempts to make Hollandaise find that it's very difficult to keep the egg yolks when they're first being heated from curdling and from scrambling, and you don't want that to happen. You want them to just thicken without changing their form. It's tricky. I've done it, I like to do it, and it's an interesting process. But what I'm going to present to you today is much simpler, and it is really foolproof. It uses a blender, and you avoid that whole problem. So let's get started. Here's how I make a foolproof, delicious, authentic Hollandaise sauce. The first step is to melt 3 ounces, 85 grams, or 6 tablespoons of butter. Also, get your water for poaching the eggs starting to heat so it'll be ready when you need it. Now I use these small bowls to put my eggs, place my eggs in, and then slowly slide them into the water to poach them. We'll need 2 egg yolks, and I am going to put them directly into the blender bowl. I find the easiest way to separate is by hand. You notice I'm letting the extra egg white fall into the spot where I'm going to put my eggs later for poaching, so as not to waste it. Okay, there's 1 yolk. If you have some other use for the egg white, fine, use it for that. But I like to just put it with my egg that I'm going to poach, and that give us a little more breakfast. Okay, here's the 2nd yolk. Now to the egg, I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. A healthy pinch of salt. Now we're going to run it on high speed for just a few seconds. Now we're going to take the melted butter that we prepared and drizzle it in slowly while we're still beating. Good. Now we'll fork split our English muffin and toast it so we'll have it ready for when the eggs are done. We also want to heat slightly the Canadian bacon. I use the microwave. Now let's get to poaching the eggs. Just before you put the eggs in the water to poach, you may want to add a splash of apple cider vinegar, which prevents the whites from spreading out. Now, as I mentioned, I like to use these small bowls to slip the egg into the water. I like to use a slotted spoon to make sure the eggs are separated. And scoop under them to make sure they don't stick. And we give them about 3 minutes. One trick I'd like to show you about the poached eggs is to take a half sheet of paper towel, fold it in half, and we're going to use it to drain the poached egg and to handle it once it's done cooking. Okay, the eggs are done, and I'm going to use a slotted spoon to scoop them out and place them on one of the paper towels. Now the English muffins are ready. Now, with a little bit of finesse, we take each muffin with its Canadian bacon, set it on top of the egg. Now we can pick the whole thing up and flip it easily. There it is. Now we'll sauce it, and we're done. At this point, you can garnish the top of each egg with a little bit of chopped chives, parsley, thyme, or whatever spice strikes your fancy. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it too. And you'll make some of these eggs for a special Sunday brunch or as a special treat, or if you're courting and you'd like to impress your date. Good thing you can do. Make this dish, this Eggs Benedict. Now, I've mentioned in my recipe that you can use prosciutto. You can use boiled ham and crunch it up. Don't just lay it flat. Crunch it up a little bit. Leave it wrinkly on the English muffin. It's a nice alternative. You can use the Canadian bacon. Actually, it's not my favorite, but I used it today because it's the classic. It's the classic way to make Eggs Benedict. Try these other methods if you like. They're fun to do and they're delicious. Okay, I think you've got it. As always, you're welcome to send me questions, comments, whatever, in the comments section of this video. I remind you once again, if you haven't subscribed, why not? Please subscribe. Also, I recommend that you share this video with a friend that you may be interested in cooking. Someone maybe who just is looking for a new way to make eggs or something different, or a French sauce, a little bit of an elaborate sauce. By the way, you can use this sauce. Hollandaise works really well on steamed broccoli and steamed asparagus. It's something that I occasionally do in my own home. Okay, it's been fun. I enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you again next time.